Hello, it's the Crap Goth. My name is Pixie, and welcome to my podcast of absolute randomness where you never know what I'm going to talk about. Same as my YouTube channel, I also have a YouTube channel called The Crap Goth, and that is my channel of randomness because I just go on a tangent sometimes. Unboxing videos, vlogs, ceremonies, awards, whatever. And today's podcast is actually about an award ceremony, which is the BBC Make a Difference Awards 2024 at Pride Park Stadium. Now, oh my gosh, I was there, what is it now? Tuesday. So I was there 2 days ago and it was absolutely amazing. So if anyone has ever been to the BBC Awards, you will know that it is super cool. It's really nice. Everyone's really friendly. There's so many lovely, deserving people there. Lots of incredible categories. The hosts are just wonderful at putting you at ease. And it is just absolutely a phenomenal experience. And if you've never been to one, oh my gosh, I just hope one day you get to go. So this is actually my third time, of going to a BBC Awards. Last year, my little boy Corey, known as Captain Corey around the world, because he's also a YouTuber of Crack in the Box. So he had this heart condition, which I'm not going to go into today because I will start crying. But basically, oh my gosh, he's my hero. He's my absolute hero. And he sadly lost his life aged 11 in July last year. But before he passed away, he was nominated for 2 different bravery awards, one in Derby and one in Nottingham, which is really close to where we live. And he passed away sadly before he found out he won. So I was invited to go along to these award ceremonies and collect the award on his behalf. Now, that was an extremely emotional thing to do. Obviously, he'd not long passed away. The award ceremonies were in September and he passed in like the middle of July. Beginning of July. So it was only a few weeks and it was a very, very difficult thing to do. And I remember going last year, really not sure if I'd be able to do it or not. I didn't know he was going to win. So when they called his name, and I went up on stage to collect that glass award for him, it was just, oh my gosh, I think the emotions running through me. It was really hard not to cry, and I think I just made light of the situation, of the fact that he would have loved it. And we talked about Johnny Depp, which was he was a huge influence in Corey's YouTube channel, rocketing to like success basically. And it was just beautiful. It was amazing. So to be invited back this year again, which was absolutely incredible, was just so wonderful. And this time, my pet dog, my therapy dog and my friend, should I say, Gypsy, she was actually shortlisted. She made the finals for basically caring for Corey when he was here, and also me for my panic attacks. And she won, and I was like, oh my gosh, was not expecting that at all. So obviously we'd kind of gone along knowing that Gypsy was a finalist, but to be honest with you, there were so many other people who obviously deserved to win as well. So for each category that they have, there's like the Green Award, the Carer Award, Animal Award, and Bravery, and all that kind of stuff. I think there's like 8 categories. I think there's 4 nominations for each category. And so with Gypsy, there was 3 other dogs and a goat, which was really cool. The goat didn't actually come to the ceremony, which we were quite disappointed about. She was called Gwen. I think she was from White Post Farm. But to be honest with you, we were kind of rooting for a dog called Daisy. I mean, everybody there definitely deserved to win. But just because Daisy's story touched me, sorry, I get a little bit emotional now. So Daisy is a dog from a charity called Sam's Superheroes. Please do go and look them up online. I had the lovely privilege of actually meeting Sam's mum. Sam was a little boy who contracted something called Fires. I think it's Fire syndrome. And he passed away within a period of just a few weeks, aged 5 years old. And Daisy was actually his dog. So we were really, really rooting for them to win. So when Gypsy's name was called by Tony Robinson, who was the judge, which was incredible, we really did not expect it. And it was quite emotional. I just wanted to kind of like find Sam's mum and go and give her the biggest hug ever. But oh my gosh, it was just so beautiful because Corey, my little boy, he had a really close relationship with my dog Gypsy, who is a Sprudel. She's the runt of the litter as well. Gypsy she was just incredible. She lived in hospital with Corey and myself, obviously, for a very long time, many, many, many months. She had her own bed in the intensive care unit in Newcastle Freeman Hospital, and she would quite often sit on Corey's bed, literally surrounded with machinery and wires, and she would not move a muscle. And he wasn't able to really move very much apart from his hands, and he was quite heavily sedated. but he'd just sit there and he'd just stroke her ears and she'd just lie there with him, and she was brilliant. And she'd go around all the other children on the ward as well, which was absolutely lovely. Sorry, my voice is going a little bit then. I think I've done so much talking over the past few days. So yeah, basically, I think Gypsy winning was it was a massive honour. Not only because she's my dog as well, but just because obviously she's still another link to Corey, which then meant that people were talking about Corey at the ceremony, and that was obviously the brought up photos of him, and so it gets his story out there a little bit more as well, and obviously lets people know about him, which is obviously really, really important to me. So at the moment, yes, I'm running 2 YouTube channels. One is The Crap Goth. Please do go over and hit a subscribe button and go and follow me. Honestly, that'd be amazing. And also Kraken the Box. Kraken is in Kraken. Kraken the Box, which is my little boy's YouTube channel. He's on there and we still run it. I still do things for him. We go off and do stuff. We do unboxing videos. We go out for little days out, and it's just amazing, honestly. And a lot of other YouTubers actually contribute towards the videos for his channel as well, and they're absolutely brilliant. One of his biggest supporters from the YouTube community for like video wise is Popcorn Planet, which is just absolutely fantastic. And he's got such a lovely relationship, Corey has, with so many YouTubers across the world, literally all different countries, and it's just amazing. So please do go out and check those 2 channels out. If you haven't noticed, I've got a bit of a stutter. When I'm trying to say something, I stutter, which is actually something I said on the actual YouTube video. And there I go again, stuttering again. Isn't it brilliant? You just gotta love having a speech impediment when you're trying to say something. You're a frigging YouTuber and a podcaster as well. It's nigh on impossible some days. It's amazing. So I did actually film at the YouTube. I know, here we go again. I filmed at the BBC Awards. Oh my goodness me, I can't even go back and rewind this. I'm just gonna have to roll with it. I did actually film the ceremony. So if you do actually want to go and check out the full ceremony, unfortunately I did have to cut the music just because of copyright rules to do with YouTube. I wasn't able to actually show the singers, unfortunately. But do go back and check out the video. It was literally released yesterday on The Crap Goth. The child-friendly version is on my son's channel, Kraken the Box. On my channel, we showed all of the stories, the videos of all the nominees, kind of why they were nominated. But due to the kind of nature of it, obviously there's quite a lot of, I mean, some people lost their lives, some people were battling really serious illnesses. And I didn't kind of want to put that on my little boy's channel because he's got a lot of kids who follow him. But if you want to see the full video, the unedited, apart from obviously the music bit, sorry about that, please do go and check it out on The Crap Goth. Honestly, it's lovely. You can see all the other nominations, which honestly everybody was so deserving. It's actually opened my eyes to a lot more charities that are out there, a lot more people who, and I really didn't know actually, in my local community, all these different groups, I knew nothing about them until I actually saw the nominations coming up on screen. So it really is lovely to go and check these things out, honestly. And also, I mean, obviously, if you're UK based as well, when you see nominations coming up for the Make a Difference Awards, so I think they start it round about May time. They usually put something out on the news, or they put it out on the websites and on the Facebook pages. You can nominate somebody like an amazing neighbour, or again a bravery award. They've just brought in the pet category this year, the animal category, which is absolutely brilliant. I thought it was lovely, and I actually took my dog with me to the ceremony as well, which was lovely. Honestly, she was just brilliant as well. I thought she was going to be so naughty, but she was absolutely loving all the belly rubs, which was honestly amazing. I'm again stuttering, which is just bloody brilliant, honestly. Oh my gosh. It's really good on YouTube. When I'm filming on YouTube and I go into a stutter mode, I can just hit that like pause button, rewind it, delete it, and go back. On a podcast, kind of can't really do that, so you're just gonna have to roll with it for a moment. But yeah, honestly, it was absolutely fantastic. So the venue itself was absolutely beautiful. We went in, so again, it was Pride Park Stadium in Derby, which is obviously the football stadium. We walked in and there's lots of round tables everywhere, tablecloths, really posh cutlery, flower arrangements in the middle. The lighting was beautiful. It was all kind of purpley, which is the colour of like Radio Derby and everything. So that was all really nice. There was a gift bag on the back of every single chair. So it's like a drawstring bag, Radio Derby merchandise inside. I have done a TikTok on it if you want to go and see it, which is at Pixie Crap Goth. Actually, the TikTok video might also be on my YouTube channel because I tend to upload everything on there as well. So again, head over to The Crap Goth and give me a subscribe, people. That'd be amazing. Thank you so much. But yeah, honestly, it was really, really nice. Also, I was invited to be a guest speaker. So I was asked if I would write and then obviously recite a poem on stage, and I was absolutely shitting myself. It's okay because it's one thing sitting in front of a camera doing YouTube videos at home. I usually do it in my pajamas as well because that's just how I am. I'm like, sod it. I'm not one of these because I'm a goth. I'm a crap goth, obviously, because I've got pink hair and I love the colour pink, but I'm heavily tattooed. From forehead to feet, I'm heavily pierced and everything else. And I'm just mostly slobbing around in my pink pyjamas, like my Barbie onesie and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it was just so lovely. And it was just like, God, completely lost my train of thought then. It just went off on a bit of a tangent as I do. But yeah, it was really nice just to kind of like go there and just oh my gosh, I can't even describe how amazing it actually was. So I went there and like I said, normally okay, I do YouTube videos and I'm recording and being cocky and swearing quite a lot. And I've got a long relationship with the BBC, which is fantastic. They've been following my little boy's story for a very, very, very long time. And we've done documentaries with them. We've been into the radio studios. They've come to my house and done like they've filmed with a film crew for the news, all sorts of stuff. And I'm okay. But the big thing is, Pixie, do not swear. Do not swear, Pixie. It's like shit, because that's like a red rag to a bull for me. Because not that I find it like, no, I'm lying. I find it hilarious. I do, honestly. And I think I'm a bit of a sailor mouth. So I mean, I did behave myself and I did not swear. I can actually behave really well when I'm in public. It's just when I'm at home, I think, fuck it, it's fine. No one's gonna care. I don't swear on my son's YouTube channel if I can help it. Apart from when he used to nerf me up the arse, which he did quite a lot. Honestly, he was a pain in the bum and I swore a couple of times. The bleep button needed to come out for that one, I'm afraid. But yeah, it was really, really nice. So actually last year, the BBC, they said to me, they said, look, you know, they know what I'm like and they were great. Corey actually dared me to turn up to the BBC Awards in my pyjamas last year. Now, for these things, most people, they make a really big effort, don't they? It's kind of, I won't say a red carpet event, but it's pretty much feels that way for like normal people such as myself who don't get to go to like film awards and award ceremonies. It is, to me, it's a red carpet event. You know, it's really posh. There's people there who look beautiful. And Corey's like, I dare you to wear your pyjamas. And I'm like, you git. So obviously I contacted the BBC and they were like, yeah, it's fine. So I did. I actually turned up in a Hello Kitty onesie with one pink boot and one black boot and everything and bright pink hair, which is absolutely incredible. It was really cool just to kind of feel myself, you know, like they really weren't bothered at all. And I think for a lot of people, it would have been really confusing to kind of turn up to ceremony and they're all dressed up and suddenly this person, they have no idea who, like obviously like, it's not as though I'm like a big famous YouTuber and people recognize me. They don't. I'm just some random tattooed girl who kind of walks up on stage in her pajamas. I bet they're thinking like, what the fuck is she doing? But it was really cool and I was a little bit self-conscious when I first turned up last year. But actually this year I made a bit more of an effort and I wore proper clothes. I didn't wear my pajamas, but I did actually wear the same boots. I was going to wear Hello Kitty boots. I was gifted some amazing, literally, I am not kidding. These boots are like, as you know, in street kiddling, like pimp as fuck is what my daughter would say. They're amazing. So I was gifted some irregular choice Hello Kitty boots, but honestly they are, I did like a special unboxing video for them on my channel recently. I was going to wear those, but in actual fact they were a little bit big and I was like, oh no, I'm actually going to fall up the stage in these, so I didn't actually wear them. Had I realised there was going to be a ramp up to the stage, I would have been fine, but I thought I was going to have to use steps, and honestly I am the clumsiest fucker ever. Like, I will fall up the stairs, I'll fall over a feather. And I was like, I was running through all of these scenarios, so I had to get up on stage and read this poem. And about 3 days before, the nightmare started, the panic attack started, and I was like, shit. I was running through literally every single scenario that could possibly go wrong. Either I thought there'd be a microphone on a microphone stand, so I was either going to fall into that, I was going to trip up the stairs going onto the stage, I would swear because I'd get my words wrong. Like I've just stuttered then. Like when I get nervous or I know I've got to say something, I stutter like so bad. I've had a speech impediment since being a kid, so I'm very, very conscious of it. I'm also very conscious that when I get excited, I talk really fucking quickly. A lot of I have a lot of Americans watching my YouTube channel. Predominantly, my whole audience is actually American or Canadian, and so many of them say, "Oh my God, you talk so fast," and I have to remind myself in the middle of filming, slow the fuck down, Pixie. So basically, I did write this poem. I was invited to do it by THANKYOU, who works at the BBC, and he is absolutely lovely. He's a person that I keep in contact with via the BBC. He was so lovely. And the poem was called Make a Difference, and it was about basically communities and bringing people together and kind of helping other people. Like again, the whole poem is actually on the YouTube video that I've just uploaded. Please do go and have a look. It's about 56 minutes into the video if you can't be bothered to watch the first half of the video, which some people have asked for timestamps. So there we go. It's about 56 minutes in. And yeah, so it was like really, really, really scary. And I ran through all these scenarios of everything that could possibly go wrong: falling off the stage, dropping the microphone, hitting the microphone, forgetting my words, stuttering, and everything. So basically, ideally, they wanted me to know this poem off by heart, which ordinarily would be okay. But I thought, in front of all those people, I'm going to be nervous and I'm going to forget. So because my little boy was a pirate YouTuber and the whole theme with him was pirates, my husband and I both went kind of piratey. So I designed a scroll. I kind of used old wallpaper lining and dyed it all with tea. Again, I put this on a YouTube video before the Make a Difference Award video as well, just to show the process. I think it's called A Day in the Life of Us. It was like at the end of that video. Made this scroll, dyed it all with tea. It took 2 frigging days to dry, which was a lot longer than I thought. And then wrote out the poem on a scroll, which I then tied with a ribbon. So I was able to stand on stage with this scroll and talk and speak, which was amazing, and actually be able to read stuff and not fucking forget it, which was a huge deal for me. The problem being was that when we got to the award ceremony, I was talking to obviously to THANKYOU, who has been, like I said, the correspondent with the BBC. And it turns out there was no microphone stand. And I was like, oh, this scroll is big. Like, I need 2 hands to hold this scroll. How the hell am I going to do that? I can't hold a microphone and hold a scroll at the same time. I was like, shit, what am I going to do? So my daughter, Ebony, my eldest daughter, so I had my 2 girls with me. I had my eldest daughter, Ebony. She is 21. She's amazing. She's lovely. My little girl, who was 6, it was actually her 7th birthday at the award ceremony. She was so super excited. Although they did sing happy birthday to her and she hid under the table. I was like, oh gosh, bless you. So my big daughter, my oldest daughter, THANKYOU kind of like tapped her on the shoulder and said, will you kind of like go on stage and hold the microphone for your mum? Really put her on the spot. And I thought she'd legitimately say no frigging way. She did come on stage with me last year when Corey won, and she spoke on stage and she was amazing. Her confidence was incredible, but she was not prepared to go on stage this time. It wasn't even factored in. And she agreed to do it. And bless her, she stood there holding the microphone up to my mouth while I spoke. And I think I got on stage, and out of sheer nerves, because I'm a bit of a fucking idiot basically when I get nervous, like I said, I swear or I start stuttering. I went on stage and I said, just don't hit me in the face or in the teeth with the microphone or something. I made some stupid comment. And then I actually said to everybody, I've got a stutter, feel free to laugh, because I thought I may as well get it out there, put it out there, so that, because I don't want to look an idiot, like, reading this poem and then halfway through I can't pronounce an S or an M or something, because they're my big ones. The funny one for me, sorry, sidetrack completely, is when I need to ring somebody up. I am horrible. If somebody rings me, I'm not so bad. If I have to make a phone call and I need to say hello, oh my God, I'm like, hello. I like almost yell it down the phone at them, and I'm like, oh my God. So I was kind of anticipating one of those moments. So I thought, I'm going to put it out there and say, look, I've got a stutter. It's okay. And everyone was amazing. And I didn't frigging stutter. Like, after all that, I didn't stutter. I didn't fall off the stage. I didn't headbutt anything. Everything went absolutely brilliantly. Honestly, it was absolutely lovely. The presenters were amazing. They chatted me for a little to me for a little while. Stuttering now, for fuck's sake. But it was absolutely incredible. Basically, the whole BBC award ceremony was just lovely. There were some incredible people, very, very heartfelt. Honestly, I don't want to kind of give too much away, but please do go back and look at the ceremony. Honestly, it was so lovely. Like, it was just I can't even put into words how incredible some of these people are. In fact, all of these people, not some of them, all of these people are. And it's not just the presenters and the nominees and then, you know, and all that kind of stuff. It's all the people who actually went and actually nominated these people as well. So I know that a lot of people from across the world nominated Gypsy, which was amazing. Honestly, it really, really was, you know, and it's like, and to be nominated is such an honour, you know, to make the finals is absolutely incredible. To win is just phenomenal. Honestly, that there is no feeling like it at all. It's just lovely. And definitely the people who won were so deserving. Like there was a little boy, and I'm not going to give too much away, but he won the bravery award, and oh my gosh, I think pretty much everybody in the room was crying. Like oh gosh, absolutely incredible. And it highlighted also a charity called Me and D, who work with children, and oh my gosh, again, phenomenal. Please do go and check them out. I think I need to put that link onto my YouTube channel, actually, onto the video, because I don't think I did that, which they are amazing as well. And she was there, the lady from Me and D. She's lovely. And it was just amazing. Absolutely wonderful experience. So yes, if you get the chance to either help out in your local community, go and help a neighbour, a friend, do something nice, donate to food banks. If you've got no money, you've got nothing to do, and you've got time, donate your time. Honestly, like, smile at people in the street, not in like a creepy, like, I'm going to kill you kind of way, you know, just kind of like give them a smile, say hello. You know, even if they don't smile back, it might just make someone's day. Honestly, it's the small things, and I think that's what these ceremonies teach us. It's not necessarily the big things like winning the lottery and going out and buying someone a house or anything. It can be literally, you know, growing things in like a gardening group, or helping someone to leave the house who ordinarily wouldn't be able to do that. Even going to sit in someone's front room, obviously who you know, and just spend some time with them, because people are lonely and not everybody wants to reach out. Not everybody has the confidence, or they feel a bit shy, or the pride's maybe hurt. And if you are the person who is that neighbour or friend who actually goes out to somebody and, I don't know, knocks on their door and says, do you fancy a cuppa, or do you want to come out for a drink, whether it's coffee, tea, or a beer or whatever, or invite someone out for a walk with you, and if you've got dogs or something, anything at all. I think the big thing is that community in a lot of places is lost. And it's quite sad, really. I mean, I myself have definitely been isolating for a long time because of my little boy's illness. And I've only really started venturing out since he passed away. And that was really hard. The feelings of guilt, the fact I was even leaving the house without him was horrendous. So to do something like obviously go to award ceremonies, but still be able to speak of him is amazing. And I think seeing all of the incredible people who get up on the stage, all of the wonderful videos that were shown, and it just makes you realise that there is so much more to life than sitting in front of the telly or putting your kids in front of tablets. And, and even if you've got no money, like we are a very low income family, just going out for a little walk, go fairy hunting with your children if you've got children, or even yourself, go out and look for nature. Give yourself like this little nature list, and go and look for birds and look at different leaves, and go and collect stuff, go and do, I don't know, like even flowers. Like me and Corey, we used to go picking flowers, whether it's little daisies from the field, and then we'd press them and all that kind of stuff, and it was just really nice. And I think we all get caught up because life is hard, and you watch the news sometimes and it's depressing, and it's war, and it's famine, and it's people hurting each other, and it's horrible. And we actually do forget to put down our screens and just to look up into the sky. That's another thing, look up. Like, so many people don't look up. And I think that's something Corey and I definitely used to do, because he was wheelchair bound. So he'd obviously look either down or straight ahead. And every now and then we'd stop and we'd say, Corey, just look up. And it's then, I mean, I've lived in my town literally, well, nearly all of my life, and I'm nearly 45 years old. And I didn't really appreciate the buildings there. Because, you see your shop fronts, you see your pavements, you see, the stuff in windows or whatever. But just stop and just look up at the buildings where you live, and see if you can see gargoyles and dates on, stuff like that. It's mental, honestly. Just look up in the sky, look up at clouds, make cloud shapes. Do the things you used to do when you were a kid. Don't be an adult all the time. Just look up and be a kid and see the life through a child's eyes again. Look for the changing colour of the leaves now that autumn's on its way. Or go down and listen to the waves if you're by the sea, or listen to the bird song and listen to the wind in the trees. And it's this simple stuff. Stars in the sky. And honestly, it sounds really corny, but it's true. It is true. So yeah, if you can get up, get out your house, even go and breathe fresh air in for like 5 minutes a day. I need to push myself to do it. Go and do it. But yeah, anyway, that's going to be me. I'm lecturing you. I don't really want to do that. So yeah, please go over to the Crap Goth onto YouTube. Go and check out the video from the Make a Difference Awards. Go and check out all the incredible charities and groups and organisations that are in my area, and then go and see if you've got some in yours, and go and see maybe you can offer your time, volunteer or whatever, and just nominate somebody for next year's awards, because seriously, it really does make a difference. It really does. And thank you to the BBC and everybody who was backstage who didn't really get recognised, the catering staff, the people from Pride Park Stadium, the sound engineers, the people who set up the stages and the lights, the photographers, everybody involved did an absolutely incredible job. So yeah, thank you so much. And it was brilliant. And yeah, fingers crossed that my little future with the BBC, kind of like doing bits and bobs with them, isn't over. They are wonderful people and I do love them. Right, and I shall speak to you all soon. So yeah, I'm going now before I start stuttering like a twat again. Right, see you later.